Arizona, the Grand Canyon is 277 miles long and 18 miles wide. At its deepest point, the descent from the canyon rim is over a mile. The Grand Canyon is one of the great natural wonders of the world and one of the few that can be seen from outer space. Marla and Donnie traveled to the canyon and visited with Papillon Grand Canyon Helicopters.
We are here at the helicopter place. We're getting ready to board. We're getting our briefing. We're excited. I'm nervous, baby. You? I'm nervous.
Papillon Grand Canyon Helicopters started in 1962 when Elling Halvorson was contracted to run a water pipeline from one side of the canyon to the other. He used helicopters to move people and equipment into and out of the canyon.
And everybody was so entranced with being able to fly in the helicopter in the Grand Canyon that he went ding, ding, ding. So then he went out and leased a piece of land and later bought it. That became the first in 1965, became Grand Canyon Helicopters. And we started flights in 1965, flying the Grand Canyon.
50 years later, Papillon is the largest helicopter tourist company in the world.
And today, we fly over 600,000 people a year between our operations here at the South Rim and our operations at Lake Powell and Page, and also a large portion of our operation comes out of Boulder City, outside of Las Vegas.
You may exit to the boarding area, listen for your name to be called.
We're getting ready to go, guys.
Bye-bye.
I'm getting ready to go, guys. I'm excited.
After the flight across the Grand Canyon, Marla met up with Clay Ann Cook, the general manager at Big E Grand Canyon Steakhouse and Saloon. The Big E restaurant was also built by Elling Halvorson and sits on the original location of the helicopter tour site.
Clay Ann, we've had a wonderful, wonderful time. Thank you for the hospitality. We've been with the helicopter now. We're here at the restaurant.
You are currently inside the main dining room of the Big E Steakhouse and Saloon.
And the steaks are gorgeous, guys. Oh, delicious. You know I'm not a steak person. Melted in my mouth.
Yeah, and she saved a piece for later.
I did.
We actually built this 3 years ago. And as you look around the room, you're going to see all of this barnwood. And this barnwood is actually, we bought 11,000 board feet from a gentleman north of Flagstaff. And he had actually been tearing down old barns and old houses for approximately about the last 60 years. And we bought this all from him. And then we got it out in the back parking lot and divided it up so I could figure out how many feet for the mercantile, how many feet for the sheriff's office, figured out how to do the barn. And so this is actually original barnwood. And then the windows were actually salvaged from old houses that were torn down from the turn of the century in Williams, which is about an hour from here.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah, and Williams is another great old Arizona community.
Let's talk a little bit about this gorgeous, gorgeous bar that we're standing at.
Well, this gorgeous bar that we're standing at is actually from Deadwood, South Dakota, and I have the Providence on it, and it's actually 1876. And Wild Bill Hickok wasn't killed until 1878.
That means he stood right here.
He and Calamity Jane stood at this bar and probably did some shots at rye whiskey.
We're just leaving the Grand Canyon. We enjoyed the helicopter ride. We enjoyed Big E's, the steak dinner. It has just been a blast here with Clay Ann.
When traveling in Arizona, be sure to visit the Grand Canyon, catch a flight with Papillon Helicopters, and eat a fantastic steak dinner at Big E Steakhouse and Saloon.
How about joining me with the many subscribers that join us weekly? They join us on YouTube. They might go to the Facebook, or they'll go to the website. Also, we're traveling America. You don't want to miss those interviews. And we have weekly words of wisdom.